In 2019, I was working at a mid-sized agency, marketing communications agency, and I was working like as the designer within the creative team. And, we're doing a lot of client work, a lot of in-house work as well. Which was fun and interesting. Now, one of the things I gained from that experience, which I noticed early, was the fact that a lot of the best designs did not get approved. A lot of the finest designs did not get approved. And I think this even happens now as well, And at the time, I remember thinking and not being sure if the people making these decisions actually understood what design was. And it can be frustrating for you as a designer if you've spent hours working on something and then doesn't go through. I was like, nope, this is not going to work. I'll do something else. And a lot of times the annoying thing is, if something else that is done is usually something very simple that that you don't think is meaningful. But yeah, a lot of times people go with that. Now, what causes this is usually two things, and basically it's two ways of seeing this. The first really is that sometimes the people making these design decisions don't have a design background, so it's not like they were designers and then now they are managers and they get to make those kind of decisions. So sometimes there are people that actually don't understand what good design is, and that's why you need to kind of convince them, to say, oh, this actually makes sense, this will go. You need to have that conversation backed by data, actually, So first thing is, a lot of them, don't have design backgrounds, but because they don't have design backgrounds, also means there's some advantage that they have, which means they are thinking primarily around fulfilling and meeting big business objectives and goals. So for the business, these people are valuable, because they are making the business work, So for the business, it makes sense for the business to work, Your perfect design a lot of times will not pass through because the person that makes things work doesn't see it as necessary, and that might be the issue. Now, that's like the first case. The second case is that oftentimes the designs that don't get approved, that are like really good, essentially might not answer business questions. And I think if you've been in design long enough, you kind of understand that. If you look back and you're honest enough, you see that there are some designs you've done in the past that are really good, but looking at it like, yeah, it doesn't really solve the problem in the way a business would see it, and it's that understanding that basically differentiates you from like the start of your design career to like the middle or towards the end of your career, whatever that looks like, is that you're able to look at design from a different perspective than that of the designer, which is very powerful because at that stage you're able to kind of blend needs, take multiple and competing needs and able to kind of bring that down and express that in a way that is valuable. And so you would also see that oftentimes the designs don't get approved because the person making the decision understands design but doesn't think that that solution you're proposing, is going to solve the problem. And you have to be able to learn to also take that, whatever situation it is that you're in. Maybe it's the first case, the person doesn't even understand at all. Maybe the person don't understand, but they don't think, the solution makes sense. Both ways, I think it's a learning opportunity, to be able to also take feedback and implement things, and then basically change things. One of the things that I would say I learned early is not to fall in love with my designs. It's purely do the work that needs to be done, put like all your effort, make it creative, make it nice. But if it needs to be changed, you're ready and open to change it. You know, because your view of it does not mean it does not mean that's the only view or that's the right view. It's just the way you are, because on some levels you're always emotionally attached to your work. So you must be able to learn to detach quickly and be able to accept other people's perspectives, take that feedback, and then create something useful, create something, scalable that will get through and also help the business grow and develop.